Good morning, darlings. Lovely to be with you today for this week's Ask Me Anything. I'm glad to be answering your questions. Okay, I have read them all. I am going to allow my response to just kind of flow through me. I haven't pre-prepared anything, but I've read them a few hours ago and just kind of let them settle. So let's see what comes through. I already have a sense that the overarching invitation for everybody is self-love and deep self-acceptance. And through self-love and self-acceptance, allowing time to heal. So having patience and faith that time will heal, that time will have you move through emotions. Like nothing stays the same forever, right? Emotions shift and change all the time. So how you feel now isn't how you're going to feel tomorrow, isn't how you're going to feel the next day, from hour to hour, day to day, week to week. It's always shifting, right? So having the faith that that is truth, that is fact. Having the faith that understanding and answers and awareness and learning, all those juicy pieces will land for you with time, in the patience of time, that we will be shown, we will understand, we will be able to look back with perspective and know, what the lesson was, what the learning was, what we were being invited into. Hi, Karen, honey. Nice to have you, because obviously you're not at school today. School holidays, right? So patience and faith, because time will do her thing, whether that's moving through an emotion, whether that's bringing you the clarity, the learning, the knowledge that you need, whether it's healing and moving on from something, trusting. I mean, like, I know we've heard this before a gazillion times, but let me just say it again. No one's controlling the seasons. They just change. They do their thing over time. It's miraculous. It just happens. Isn't it amazing? If you haven't watched the documentary series on Netflix called Something About the Universe, it's like, I think, a 5 or 6 part series. Anyway, if you search Netflix universe, it will come up, and it speaks to how the Earth was created and how the moon is plural, how they do their thing, how the sun does its thing around each planet, the sun and the moon of each planet, how they do their thing. Like, it's amazing. And then with Earth, it's really unique. The way it's all aligned means we have seasons, and there's no one in control of that. Nothing is in charge of that. We just trust that with time it happens. Hi, Emma, darling. Mwah. Hello. I've seen you've been to all sorts of fun lately. I love it. We trust that time will do her thing when it comes to the seasons. We trust that time will do her thing when it comes to planting the seed and the flower or the tree growing. There's so much, we trust our heart will just keep beating. It does. Our cells keep doing their thing. If I cut myself, my body heals. I just trust that over time, it will heal. All of these things are miraculous. And all of these things are dependent on time and the passing of time, and the faith that in the passing of time there will be healing, there will be change, right? And so when it comes to our humanness, our day-to-day stuff and our things, and whether it's to do with an ex or a friend or how we're feeling or whatever the thing is, and I will respond individually to each of you in a moment, but I do feel like there's this overarching theme to all of your questions, and this overarching invitation into total self-love and trusting the process, that it's ever moving and ever changing and your answers will be revealed if you're intentional and available to receive them. And that's the difference with you guys. This is what I really want you to remember. This is why you are awake and most of the world is asleep. This is why you will get your answers. You will experience change. You will have growth. You will move forward. You will expand and go to your next level because you're also conscious and you're also intentional. Most of the world is asleep and they are not living intentionally, let alone consciously. And because you are, what you are asking is coming for you. The healing you desire is coming for you. The understanding, the awareness, lessons, it's coming for you because you're intentional about it. You're willing to just go through a hardship and be like, oh, life shit, everything feels hard, poor me, ugh. Like, you're looking going, gosh, this is really painful. This is a real struggle right now. I'm really uncomfortable. I wonder what this is showing me. That's what you do. That's your next thought process. You go, I wonder what this is about for me. I wonder what the lesson within this for me. I wonder what the growth is here for me. Because you're conscious and you're intentional. You take the next step. It's because of that next step that I know you will receive your healing and growth. I know that you will move through. As you move through whatever the current challenge or question mark is, as you move through it and come to the other side, you will have evolved. You will know and love yourself just that little bit more deeply. Maybe you'll be significantly more, depending on where you're at, what the thing was. But you're journeying and you're always expanding. So therefore, the overarching invitation for you, for all of us, those who've asked questions, this day-to-day constant invitation. How can I love me more in this moment? How can I love the situation more in this moment? How can I love that person more in this moment? Now that's really difficult, especially when it comes to loving that person who's causing pain in this moment. But it's about moving, like rising up and expanding and moving beyond the nitty-gritty, like 3D of what's in front of us here right now in this moment. Pulling back with perspective and looking upon the person, the situation, yourself, that lens of love. With the lens of love. The love is the healing balm. Bringing love. Hi, Marie Dallin. I really want you to watch what I've shared from the very beginning. So the healing balm of love, if you could bring that perspective to all of it. Because when you're bringing love to every one of these situations that you were describing in questions today, when we bring love, bringing lightness, we're bringing an availability for healing. There's zero judgment, there's no fear, there's no ego. It's just loving what is. Even if somebody is really hurting you at the moment, if you could just bring a lens of love to the situation and allow love to do healing for you. It's an energetic exchange, essentially. You're bringing the energy of love to the situation. Therefore, there's nothing for you to do. And it's more you're getting an availability for healing to happen because love will do that for you in a way you don't need to understand or be able to witness. Just trust that it will happen. And miracles will then come. Like I know in the past when I've had my toughest experiences with certain individuals, I mean, I'll my ex as an example, my son's dad, back in the day when it was really difficult between us, when we separated, we're still used to, my son being backwards and forwards between us. There was a lot of anger, there was a lot of resentment, a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, a lot of pain, like all the things. And I know that I had miracles, breakthrough in that relationship. It was when I just handed over to love. Like if I was going to see him and I knew there was a difficult conversation coming, if I remembered to get out of my own way, I didn't always get it right, but if I remembered to get out of my own way, to overcome my humanness, to let go of my ego, my need to be right, to drop my judgment, if I could get out of my own with all that shit, just invite in to handle the situation. If I were to do that in the car on the drive over, whenever I did, miraculous happen. It would behave in a way that I could never have expected. It would be a revolution. He would say something that was like, oh, I never thought I'd hear words come out of your mouth. There would be, I would arrive open-hearted. I would arrive like barriers out, swords out, ready to fight. I would be soft and serene and open because I handed it over to love. Even though he was behaving at the time, I decided I behaving poorly, badly, or adversely, or so mean, so horrible, so fair. I could just love on it. Love disintegrates, puts light in the dark, can't survive. Ego, attachment, humanness can't survive. Love is on it. I'm saying there's change all the time there is. And we do this with ourselves. Whatever we're moving through, whatever we're struggling, whatever we're frustrated with about ourselves, what's changing, we just have to love ourselves. It'd be like asking yourself better questions instead of, why am I behaving like this? Why am I still feeling in Lindy's, why do I feel like backwards? It's fun, Lindy. Stop asking those questions. Not self-helpful. And I know you're doing well with yourself, and I don't mean to call you out. I'm just, this is an example of we've all been. What would love now would be the question. You feel like you've fallen off again, or you've taken those 10 back? Do at times. What would you do right now? How would you behave right now? Oh my God, I'm feeling so much. Sorry. Oh, not sorry. Definitely not sorry. A lot of is just watching me with this message. Give me a moment. Oh, what happens on a truth? On a truth. Give me a minute. Look with me as you're watching. Hold this with me. The power of the message, the truth, and the power of this message. Feel the truth in it for you in this very moment. Where you need to apply to you right now. Where could be the healing? Could you bless yourself in love? Yourself in? Could you wrap up in love? See the situation that you're through the lens of. Powerful. Powerful. Gosh. Beautiful. It was beautiful. Here on the couch without tissue. So that's fun. If you're watching, a few of you, you've literally you're and don't understand. It's all okay. Beginning. Watch this from